Hello, it's me. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Another Wednesday. And today I'm drawn to the first reading that is given for today from the book of Deuteronomy in the 4th chapter, where Moses addresses the people. He speaks to the people and basically instructs them about the decrees and statutes that God had given to them, inviting them to be attentive to them, to keep those statutes and decrees. And of course, in the gospel for today, we hear Jesus saying that he came to fulfill the law and the prophets. In essence, Jesus would bring on the very reason why God gave the people the decrees and statutes, gave them the commandments, which was to help them to sustain the community, to live well together, to hold them together without discord and maybe even violence, because it was from love, which God is love. And so what do we hear? Jesus says, I came to fulfill the law and the prophets. And how does he fulfill that? Through the tremendous love that we see, that he not only teaches, but lives out. How he approaches the people, how he touches, heals, and the lives of the people, ultimately dying on the cross for us, the ultimate show of amazing love, dying, shedding his blood, and of course rising to give us new life. But along the way, his fulfillment of the law and the prophets would be in also him teaching us that fulfillment lies in our obedience to God, which is through loving God with all our being, with all our hearts, with all our strength, with all that we are, and also loving our neighbor as we love ourselves. So there comes the love that really, even when you go back to the Old Testament, God, through love, wanted the people to live well together. And so the commandments, and so the statutes and decrees. But also Jesus, by teaching us to love God and to love neighbor as a fulfillment of the law and the prophets, was also teaching us that tremendous love of God. And so as we continue this season of Lent, how are you living? Of course, we have the pillars of Lent, the practices of Lent, prayer, fasting, and almsgiving. And many of you are doing those in various ways. But are they drawing you to love? Are they drawing you to love our God with all your strength, with all your mind, with all your being? Are they also drawing you to love your neighbor as you love yourself? That is what the Lord teaches us. That is the summary of the law and the prophets. And so, as you continue the season of Lent, ask yourself if you're really loving as you fast, as you pray, as you give alms. And then, here this Sunday, here at Church of the Resurrection, we are breaking ground on our parish community center. So the bishop, our dear bishop, will be here for Mass at 11 o'clock on Sunday. And then after the Mass, we'll have groundbreaking for the parish community center, which is part of our continuation of this capital campaign, Faith in Motion, realizing the plan for the century. It really will be a wonderful event as we begin seeing what the capital campaign is doing. And of course, we have a long way to go, but it is exciting that we can start on this work for our future. Friends, brothers and sisters, love because you are loved. Amen.